Police Chief James White says he got a call from the Genesee County prosecutor about these allegations against two of his officers. And from what the prosecutor tells us, it involves two minors allegedly being put in a chokehold. Now, White says, of course, any allegation of abuse is extraordinarily troubling and disappointing. But police, they're held to a higher standard.
Certainly, a police officer being accused of such a serious offense, there's a heightened sense of disappointment that's not representative of the hardworking men and women of the Detroit Police Department.
The men and women who serve upheld to a standard of service. This man and woman, both Detroit police officers, shown here in mugshots, a less flattering light. Jared Shaw and Leanna Shaw, the married couple, now charged with assault with intent to do great bodily harm by strangulation, several child abuse charges, and other counts. The accusations, difficult to believe, including both Jared and Leanna putting Leanna's two kids in chokeholds, a 12-year-old boy and a 15-year-old girl. Her son reportedly tried to intervene when the pair had been fighting earlier.
He attempted to break it up. He went off to school. He was very upset. He called his grandmother. She brought him home. At that point, the stepdad threw a backpack at him.
All of this happened in Flint, where the Shaws live, back in March. That's the Genesee County prosecutor describing what allegedly happened next.
They wanted back a cell phone that they had allegedly given to the two kids. That resulted in some pat-downs, so like searches that you see police do sometimes on criminal suspects. The chokeholds resulted in some redness that was seen by investigators in the neck area, and we have photographs of that.
The prosecutor also says at some point during the skirmish, Leanna threw a book at her daughter. That's where the felonious assault with a dangerous weapon charge comes from. Investigators say Grandma called the cops when she saw all this happening. The two kids are staying with her while this case works its way through the courts. 3 of Jared's children have also been placed with relatives. The Shaws are out on bond. Chief White says he suspended the officers with pay the morning after he learned of the pending charges.
Immediately put on administrative duty. Once I was notified by the prosecutor where this was headed, I made a decision to suspend them.
And of course, these are just allegations right now. The court process is in its infancy. Chief White says he is submitting paperwork to the Board of Police Commissioners for these officers to be put on suspension without pay. Currently, they are suspended. Chief White says, of course, there will be an internal and administrative investigation. In Detroit, Hillary Golston, Fox 2 News.